You're listening to the Dude What podcast, where we review bad media and have a laugh while enjoying beer with your host, Harry and Tomo. Enjoy the show.
Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Dude What podcast. My name's Harry Dowling, and this time I am joined by my good friend and co-host, Tomo T-Laddington. How the hell are you doing, man?
I'm doing good, man. How are you?
I'm alright, thanks, man.
Good.
It's like the way it should be, man.
Yeah.
It's real nice that like me and you are hosting this one.
Yeah.
If you didn't listen to the last episode, I've been pretty ill. I'm alright now. I've basically just like the sniffles, but no, I was pretty ill and I just couldn't get over to see you to do an episode.
Yeah, and I couldn't get to you, so
yeah. And I did explain in the podcast, but like various reasons involving like a laptop, we couldn't end up doing the remote one. So last minute, our friend Hamby stepped in, and I hosted that one with him. Yeah, and it was good chatting with him, man. Like, it's a shame you weren't actually there to just have the chat, because he just come back off holiday and like he had loads of stories and things.
Nice.
So, yeah, it was good, but it's good now you're back, man.
Hell yeah.
So. Hoping to do like another classic Dude What podcast.
Hell yeah.
It's in terms of what I've been up to, man. I've been busy. I've been busy as fuck, dude.
Yeah.
Like constantly working. I'm at my new job, and it's almost like, as I was saying to you earlier, it's like they see potential in me, I think, and they basically just put me in a position where it's like, here you go, like, we're not going to...
More responsibility than your job role is.
Well, no, not exactly. Like, I'm trying to work my way up, and they've basically put me in a role. They've, like, separated me from all the other new starters.
Oh, nice.
And I am a new starter, and so they basically just put me in a role, and everyone else is still doing all their training and stuff. So, I've been busy, I've been working a lot. It's very different when you're working in a suit.
Yeah, I bet.
It's weird. You, like, stand differently.
Yeah, you have to stand more formal.
Like, it's a different sort of exhausting. It's not like, you're not like physically doing stuff all day, but it's a different sort of exhausting.
Yeah.
So knackered from that. I've had trouble with my motorbike, haven't I? I told you.
Yeah.
Basically my steering developed a notch, and it made it like impossible to turn on it, which was... It turned the bike, which is a very nice bike, into an absolute nightmare to ride. And, it's just really horrible. And so this morning, actually, before I came here, I went to my favourite little motorbike repair shop. And I was like, I know these guys are good, and they do things like fairly cheap and fairly fast. But I was thinking, this is going to be a lot of money. Because it's a few hours work. Like, they've got to take apart the whole like headstock of the bike, like literally take all the stuff off.
Yeah.
And so I was thinking it was going to be a lot, and I took it there, and he was like, "Oh yeah, what's the problem?" I said, "Oh yeah, this blah 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 blah." And he basically just lifted it up. He was like, "Oh yeah, I know what this is." And basically a can of grease, a thing to get the handlebars off, and he literally like banged a screwdriver in there and moved it. And he was like, "There you go, good as new." And I was literally like, "What?"
Yeah.
Basically,
awesome.
It was something that really wasn't that bad of an issue, but I didn't know anything about. So he fixed it in, like I said, like 5 minutes.
Yeah, that's what you do. At least if that happens again, you can fix it.
Yeah. He fixed it in like 5 minutes, and he literally charged me like a $5.
Nice.
So, yeah. So I've been doing a lot of riding, even today, because it takes a little while to get to you. But yeah, so that was my week, man. What about you?
Nice. Most of my week's just been, working a lot.
Yeah.
Just flying drones a few times, but...
Oh yeah, when you do that? When you do that?
It was on the Thursday.
Oh yeah?
And I just went with Carl, just going to fly some drones.
Okay, so I think you said before on the podcast,
I've done it before,
what sort of drones you got again?
I don't know what it is. It's like a Chinese one, but it's actually pretty good.
Yeah, is it pretty fast?
Yeah.
Cool. Or is it like more of like a one for the cameras? You know, like a.
I mean, it's like it's not gotten the best like range,
Yeah.
but it's still got good range, and you can still see the camera, but it lags a lot of times.
Oh, so it does have a camera on it.
Yeah, it has a
Oh,
camera on it. You
nice.
can stream on your phone,
Oh, that's cool.
so you can use the camera, use it to look around and stuff,
That's cool. Nice.
and it's really fun. And then, other than that, the only thing that's really eventful other than that's happened is work. We've got new employees.
Oh, okay, cool.
So, well, we had new employees, and then one like left like after a few weeks.
I hate it when you put time into sort of like, if not like training someone, at least
Yeah.
sort of befriending them a little bit at
Yeah,
work,
it's weird
and then
because
they
like
bail out.
it's weird because they told the boss that they were temporary, but the boss didn't tell us.
Oh, okay.
At least one of them was temporary, and I was just like, "What? Why didn't you tell us?"
Right. Ah, so they
Like,
were
we
always
had-
going to go.
Yeah, but they didn't even communicate with the supervisor or
sucks.
nothing.
That sucks. But yeah, just
Other-
working.
Yeah, other than that, it's just been.
Well, me and you have played a few little games on Call of Duty, haven't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, as always, we had a few games before I came over this morning, and then
Yeah.
a few games since I've been round.
Yeah. Well, we tried to have games with my terrible TV,
Oh god, yeah.
split
So-
screen.
Basically, we're having a few beers, and we're playing on Tomo's tiny, well, it's like
21-inch.
21-inch TV, which is like old ass. Probably, is it 720p tops?
It's a Bush brand.
Is it? Does it do 1080?
I don't even know. I think it's just. I don't know if it's just 720p. I'm not too sure.
Well, anyway, when you're playing split screen on a TV that small, it's hard. But we're having
Yeah.
some pretty good games, so you know,
Yeah,
like,
we've
it's
done
not too
some good
bad.
things.
Not too bad.
But I mean, I get wins on it, so.
Yeah, yeah.
But that's usually by
Yeah, you
myself,
do. Yeah,
not with split screen.
yeah. You're pretty good.
Mm,
I checked the other day. I've had like one Warzone victory.
really?
Yeah, just one. And I was talking to my mate, and I was looking at his, and it was like 27.
Yeah.
I was like, oh damn.
Yeah, literally.
But happy we got that one anyway, because yeah.
I got it with you, didn't I?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention about these.
What's this?
I went to the shop today and saw an old classic, Toxic Wastes.
Toxic
Those
waste.
sour sweets.
Oh,
Really sour
okay,
sweets.
yeah. I see. I remember those.
Yeah.
So back when we were in school, this was like probably one of the coolest sweets to bring in,
Yeah.
and everyone was like, "Oh, you know, it's like a little hard-boiled, super sour candy, isn't it? Like a hard-boiled sweet."
It's a hot sweet.
Oh, go on then.
What
we
flavour
gonna
do
do?
you want? We've got watermelon, blue raspberry.
Let's both do one now. Do one. Let's both have a sweet now. I haven't had one of these in so long.
Do you want the last green one?
Nah, you said that was bad.
That's the worst one. Sourest
Oh
one.
no, I'm gonna go blue. I'm going blue.
Okay.
Blue raspberry.
I'm gonna go watermelon again.
Watermelon. That must be a new one.
Yeah.
I
don't remember watermelon being on theirs.
That's quite exotic. Okay, yeah. So it's like the size of like little cough sweet.
Yeah.
Mine's purple. Well, it's supposed to be blueberry. It's purple. Yours is pink.
Pink.
Right on, man. So it's not immediately sour.
I mean,
Oh, it's rising, and then boom. Oh man.
oh, you apologise for the mouth
Yeah.
lip slapping because
Yeah.
of the sweet.
Damn. Oh, like there's like a second wave to it.
Mine wasn't that sour.
Oh,
That's really weird.
Shit. Honestly, this is the first time I've had one of these in ages.
Mm.
I've resisted having one of these because I've seen you've had these tonight, man.
So let's have another one.
No, I'm good.
I'm having another one. What flavour?
Okay,
Let's have the green one.
it's subsiding. It's subsiding. You have another one? Yeah, do it.
So have a green one. Oh, the worst one.
That's the worst one. Slamming the green one straight up.
Hell yeah. Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh my god.
Yeah, mate, your face.
Oh, holy shit. Ugh. God damn.
That's apple, was it?
The apple that. The apple one. Oh my god.
We used to love these as kids.
Mm.
I always remember them being quite expensive, though.
A quid.
I guess part of that's like the packaging, because
Mm.
it's in like this cool,
Tub.
yeah, like chemical thing container. It looks cool.
Toxic waste container.
Mm.
It actually had toxic waste in it.
Oh,
Whoa.
damn. Yeah, like starts real smooth, then it goes bam sour, and then just as you go oh, then it goes bam sour again, and then it subsides and goes sweet.
And then once it goes once you stop tasting the sourness, it's just gone.
Yeah, they're pretty sour, man.
But there's some who have a lot more sherbet in the middle, like sugar and whatever it is in the middle.
They are sour.
It goes sour as hell.
Nice though.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Yeah, quite nice.
Maybe that'd be something cool, like bringing in a weird sweet or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Start bringing in Tomo's spicy section or something.
Tomo's spicy section.
Spicy.
That would be pretty cool.
And I could just bring it, get really spicy stuff, and we could just try it.
I don't like the problem is with spicy stuff is it fucks you up. I don't think I could eat like a big spicy chili or something and then do the rest of the podcast.
No, I meant get a one chip challenge or other things.
That's what I'm saying, man. That's that's like
no, that's alright.
I get, mate. I think it would fuck you up.
I'd do it. I'd do it for the podcast.
Maybe we'd have to do it, but we'd have to record it like afterwards and then cut it so it's like early on. Because I reckon you would be if you did the one chip challenge. Although to be fair, I've seen you neck more than a handful. Yeah.
What was it? Ghost chili
peanuts. And we've actually got this on
Video.
camera. Yeah, video. It's one of my favourite classic videos. We're like, everybody, Tomo's gonna neck all these peanuts, and they're the I think it was the hottest chili at the time or something. It was
that once they were claiming to be the hottest peanuts.
Yeah, it was the in chili, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Every chili has their sort of.
It was ghost ones.
Yeah, Ghost. It's not
Ghost
Reaper,
pepper.
is it? No, that's a different Carolina Reaper. That is.
That's Carolina Reaper, yeah.
Yeah, ghost pepper, ghost chili.
Ghost peppers, yeah.
Anyway, he literally knocks them back, and he's chewing on them, and we're just waiting, anticipation, waiting for him to be like, oh, It doesn't come.
You were like, "How is it, Tomo?" And I was like, "So what?
So
what?"
And he just cash as anything eats the rest of these peanuts. And we're like, what the hell? Stop the video. That's it. So,
What the hell?
to be fair, maybe you could, right? But I think if you had, you've seen their videos. I don't know if you've seen him with that guy, and he's covering chilies in more chili sauce and dunking it and all that shit.
You heard about the original Spice King?
Yeah.
He always has a cap on.
Yeah,
and
that
he's
guy.
Yeah, he's insane.
If you did something like that, you would be fucked for the rest of the episode.
Oh yeah.
So maybe it's not such a great idea. But maybe a weird sweet or something. Maybe a really weird children's candy or something.
Mm.
Because they make some weird shit. Because they make some that toys and things as well, don't they? It'd be weird.
That'd be an interesting one to think about.
Yeah. Let us know.
Yeah.
Send us an email, dudewhatpodcast@gmail.com.
Or on Instagram at dudewhatpodcast. Or check us out on SpeakPipe. speakpipe.com/dudewhatpodcast.
Yeah, send us a voice message.
And we'll react to it live on the next podcast.
Yeah, do it. Okay, I think it's about time we roll into the segment that was dearly missed last week, the one with Hamby. It's funny because I was saying to you earlier as well that when I did that podcast with Hamby, it was a little bit bare because we didn't do the segments. I was sort of ill. I did speak to Hamby about maybe us both buying a beer and drinking it at the same time kind of thing, but I was just feeling ill and I didn't really want to drink anything.
Yeah.
So we didn't do the drinks, and then I really wanted to do a Tomo's Impossible Questions, but I literally said in the podcast nah, I can't do that. That's Tomo's thing. I'm not gonna just do a TIQ without Tomo.
Yeah.
So none of those segments got done. So we're gonna do them again today. The first one, it's my segment. It's what are we drinking?
What are we drinking?
This week's what are we drinking is an interesting one, man. Don't know how you're going to react
I'm
to
looking
it.
forward to it.
But it does actually require a little bit of preparation.
What?
So I'm going to need you to... First, I'm going to need you to hold all our notes and things. Right? Then, I'm going to need you to look over that way and do not look over this way.
Sure.
Alright? Until I say.
Okay, I'm looking away.
So, everybody, sorry if there's like some bumps and knocks and things, because I gotta get all this, I gotta get whatever out of my bag. Just ignore any sounds.
You've got preparations, like, what the hell? I don't know what that could be.
Yeah, you're gonna love it. Just, not that longer. Not much longer.
Oh, you're adding something to something, some coke or something.
Nope. Don't try and guess, man. Just hold off.
Okay.
We're almost there. Just hang tight, man. Just ignore any sounds. Ignore anything like that.
It's all a dream.
Okay, so I'm gonna take this back. Wait. Don't look. I'm gonna take this back. And okay, and I'm gonna count down to 3. And I'm gonna say, when I say 1, or look, you're gonna have a little look and see what we got for this week's What Are We Drinking? Okay.
Okay.
3, 2, 1. It's a shot of tequila, bro.
Hey, I've never tried tequila.
So, this is a random tequila that I found in my cupboard. And I've actually had some of it, quite a lot of it, recently. And it's alright. So, I thought you might not have actually have tried it. For everyone at home, this is Sierra Tequila. It's the one with the little sombrero. How cool is that, man?
That is cool.
It's got like a sombrero cap. That's like its main thing, I guess. But ignore the fact that it's being served in 2 Jack Daniels Tennessee Fire shot glasses. They're just the best ones I have.
Controversial.
Is there anything you'd say when you're about to neck a shot?
FML?
FML?
Fuck my life?
No, I meant some cultures they say I don't know.
Live long
Salud.
and
Yeah,
all that
salud.
shit.
Ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1. Salud.
Salud.
Woo-hee! Nice. You enjoying that, T-Lad?
Never again.
It's very strong, isn't it?
Oh.
Feeling that.
Oh.
See, I quite enjoy that. Tomo is reaching as fast as he can for some cherry aid. Neck it back, brother.
Oh.
That was like a proper genuine reaction, man.
Oh my god.
You got that fire breath.
Oh.
That's actually a good idea. I'm gonna neck some of this cherry aid. So, how you finding that, T-Lad?
That was absolutely disgusting. Oh. Oh my god.
So, the last time I was drinking that, it was about 2 a.m, and our good friend Ash, remember Ash? He listens to this podcast, so he's probably gonna be like, hey. Our good friend Ash came round mine and Fiona's, and we were listening to classic and modern jungle music, and not obviously jungle music, but jungle, genre music, raving out in our living room, drinking shots of tequila. That was the last time I tried that, which wasn't that long ago. A few weeks, maybe. So, I would buy it, but we buy it more for, special occasions. If there's, a party or something. And, as I said, I found this on my cupboard. It basically just sits around. Unless you are a, proper tequila drinker. It's one of those drinks that just, sits around. Doesn't get drunk. So, yeah, I would buy it. I can't remember how expensive this was. T-Lad, would you buy it? T-Lad, you're struggling, dude.
Oh my god.
You never... So, The thing about
Oh my god.
the thing about Tomo is he keeps it fairly light. He likes the light beers and like lagers, basically. And what is it you drink as cider every now and again? Is it?
Well, not really, but I like cider. I don't mind ciders.
Yeah. So.
Oh my god.
You good, man?
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's,
I was like sort of borderline trying to stop myself from like
trying to bring it
throwing
back
up.
up. Yeah. Yeah. It has that because it's one of those like strong spirits. Let's see how much this actually is. It's a 38%.
Damn.
Wow, I'm a fairly lightweight, to be fair, as you know, and I already feel like I'm slurring a bit. I mean, to be fair though, I have had a few like bottles before doing this
Never
podcast.
again.
Never again. That's one shot, man.
Yeah, one shot's too much.
Can I convince
is enough.
you? Maybe
No.
after the pod. Maybe we'll think a few more. Of these.
Absolutely
Come
not.
on,
No, because I
man.
don't want to be sick.
You'll be fine.
No.
Um,
Hell no.
that was it, man. That was this week's What We Drinking. It was a shot of tequila. You said you wouldn't buy it. I'd rate it out of 10, probably a 6. What about you?
Like a 1.
A 1. As you say, never again.
Yeah, never again.
So I take it you didn't enjoy that
No,
special.
no.
I'm sorry, bro.
Uh,
Next time, I'm not going to promise anything, but next time then it'll be one of these fruity, kids alcohol drinks. That you
excuse
like.
me?
Yeah. I forgot to mention. Yeah, Tomo loves like proper alco pop.
I
Alcohol.
like Smirnoff Ice.
Yeah,
WKD,
that's
type.
it. That's what
That's
I'm talking
not that
about.
bad. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like alco pop things.
Yeah, that's not that bad.
Yeah, but how old are you, man? You still drinking that stuff? Shameful.
But if I did, I would choose to. If I had a choice, I would.
Mate, you fully sound like that meme right now.
What meme?
You know, the one, you don't smoke, do you? And me? I don't smoke. Never. Once in a while. Sometimes I smoke. You don't smoke, do you? Me? Sometimes I smoke. That's what you sound like. Who you remind me of, anyway.
God damn it.
I love that one in a minute. I absolutely love it. Mate, that was this week's What We Drinking. What are we drinking? I'm sorry for putting you through that, dude.
It's all good.
Maybe I will have another one at some point.
Nice.
Because, yeah, I quite enjoy it. I quite enjoy shots. I think sometimes I enjoy shots more than like drinking, because it's like straight to the point.
Yeah.
Few shots and you're like feeling it, so you don't really have to then carry on drinking. That's the kind of good thing about them. Anyway, I hand it over to you, Sir T-Lad.
Yeah, it's my turn for Tomo's Impossible Questions.
Tomo's Impossible Questions.
Okay, so my first question.
Missed this last week, by the way, didn't you?
Yeah, I remember.
Missed this last week.
It was I had to do one before.
Yep.
And then we missed that one, so we'll bring
Yeah.
you 2 this time.
Okay, nice one.
Okay, so my first question: do prison buses have emergency exits?
I would think so, because it depends. I guess it depends where you're talking as well, because I am picturing like a US prison bus with like an armed guard in there and stuff.
Because they'd have like the back door.
I think they would. Yeah, I think they would, because they've also got an armed guard there. So if they try and escape through it, but in other, I don't know. Yeah, I genuinely don't know. I tell you what, without naming any names, like someone we know is joining the force, so maybe we can ask them to let us know the answer to that. If you know the answer to that, send us an email, let us know, because I would be genuinely interested in finding that out.
Yeah.
Mate.
So.
Yeah.
Okay, should I go on my second one?
Yeah, go on.
If you had a dream that none of your dreams would come true, and you woke up and none of your real life dreams came true, would that be a dream come true?
Yeah. That's a good one, man.
Because it's like, if you dream that if you actually have a dream where all your dreams don't come true.
Yeah. Is that
and you wake up and your dreams don't come true, does that mean your dreams come true?
Yeah.
So that's quite cool, because it's like...
Yeah. Well, it's more specific. It doesn't... It's not like, oh, your dreams as in all of your dreams combined have come true. It's like, your dreams as in that specific dream has come true.
Yeah.
So that dream you had where obviously none of whatever would come through, that's it. So yeah, I like that. That's that reminded me of one of the other like wordy ones like that you'd done before. I can't remember quite what it was, but it's like, it is like simple to. Oh, it was the if you hate yourself, you're a hater. Blah blah blah. I just remember.
Yeah. How about
you have to like think of the text to sort of get it.
Yeah. How about this? Because I missed last episode. We can have a third one.
Okay, cool. Yeah, do it.
Okay. Do they bury people with their braces still on, or do they remove them?
Why would they remove them?
Because it's...
Hang on, if they bury people with their braces still on?
Yeah, on the teeth. Braces on the teeth. Because it's like, I don't know, it seems like, to me, it's like decomposition. With the metal staying in.
But nobody's going to be digging up... The point of the whole, coffin and that is nobody's going to be digging that up.
No.
So it doesn't matter if that metal is going to be in that confined space.
Yeah.
And if you're talking cremation or whatnot, I again don't think that'll be an issue. Depends on how hot it is, I guess. If it's hot enough to like melt the steel or whatnot, then it would just like melt. But like, don't know.
So yeah, that's quite.
Yeah.
I would think like you're more right with that.
I would think so. Would. If you're talking burying, then you would bury, because people chuck stuff in there and things, don't they?
Yeah, that is true. You
put bury them with bury them with some some belongings, some trinkets that they had in life or whatever.
Their favourite scaffolding.
What?
No?
Their favourite scaffolding.
Yeah, imagine it's like, it's his favourite scaffolding. They just put all the pipes in his coffin, like all the whole scaffolding and everything. This is his favourite.
He's like crowd. He's like lying down. He's got pipes all over.
Yeah. He's getting crushed by pipes.
That's so fucking random, man. What made you want to say that?
I don't know. So I imagine people getting buried with the most absurd things.
I was actually reading this thing recently, weirdly enough, about people that have been buried in weird things, and it was like coffins sort of throughout the ages. And did you know that band I really like, Pantera, who did like Cowboys from Hell and stuff like that, do you know them?
No.
I think you'd recognise the song, yeah. But anyway, their guitarist was killed, and he was like a massive fan of the band Kiss.
Yeah.
And he had like one of his most famous guitars had a Kiss sticker on it, like famously. And when he died, Gene Simmons of Kiss basically gave him a mad looking Kiss coffin, and then that's what he was buried in.
That's cool.
Yeah. So there's definitely some weird coffins out there.
Yeah, but I still remember a fun fact about coffins back in the day is that because there wasn't enough like research to do with medicine and people dying and stuff, is the fact that when they died they put them in the coffin, but they'd attach a string to the coffin.
Yeah.
And then go up to the surface, attached to a bell.
Yeah, I know about this.
Yeah, so that if they're still
alive,
they ring the bell.
I think this was like Victorian paranoia.
Yeah. And
it was the people were scared of being buried alive. Yeah. So they could ring it and people would... Yeah. Or it would... I've seen some of them, like some pictures of some, and it's... Or it pulls up and it's like a flag comes up, or like not like a flag, but a piece of wood, like an American
propped
mailbox.
Up, yeah. So they notice it's vacant. Someone's there.
Yeah, interesting stuff.
Yeah,
weird little like morbid tangent there about looking up about coffins and things. But you know how you get like wiki surfing, or I often when I'm thinking in my head or I hear anything, I hear a word and I think like, what does that mean, or what is that, and I instantly just like look it up.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and I like read about it for a sec. So yeah, like I was reading about coffins and things. Interesting. That was pretty good, man.
So, yeah, that's
3 questions.
Yeah, it's a different.
Yeah. Maybe we can get 3 questions more often.
Possibly.
Yeah.
I'll think about it.
You got to, man. There's some decent ones there. Some decent ones there. I really like those, man. Really like those.
Hell yeah. So that's been Tomo's Impossible Questions.
Tomo's Impossible Questions. So, as I said last week, this October, Dude What, we're doing Spooktober, aren't we, dude?
Hell yeah.
The plan was we were going to watch, or, just basically everything is going to be Halloween themed this month. Because, as I said, I'm a spooky boy at heart. I love Halloween. It's my favourite holiday, easily. What about you? What's your favourite holiday?
I don't know. I used to prefer Christmas because when it snows, it always has that like warm, homey feel when you're inside the house with the fire on.
Yeah.
But obviously these days it doesn't really snow that often on Christmas.
Well, it did last year.
Yeah,
but loads.
But then there's been a lot more years that I've noticed that have been no snow.
Yeah.
And it's quite boring when it does that because it's like great. But I don't know. I'd say I wouldn't really have a favourite holiday now.
Really? Well, Halloween will always be my favourite because I just enjoy all that spooky shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, really. I love I used to love trick or treating as a kid and like Halloween parties and stuff like that. So yeah, we're doing Spooktober. Plus, Halloween spooky memes are some of my favourite memes.
Yeah.
So Spooktober here. Last week with Hamby, we watched 2 little YouTube like horror short films. This week is a bit of a weird one actually because we actually watched this like a few weeks back. We were planning on doing this spooky month, and we ended up watching a film called Clownado. It was sort of spur of the moment. We were like scrolling through, we saw it, and we were like, let's just watch this.
Yeah.
And then the situation was that it was like way too late to record a podcast after we watched it.
So we watched it and then we were just like falling asleep, so too much.
Yeah. So this is a weird one. It's like the first time we're coming back to something that we didn't immediately watch.
Yeah.
So like we've been trying to sort of jig our memories loads.
Yeah, so we apologise if there was things that in the movie that we may not have pointed out.
Yeah, like or if this is short because
Yeah.
Also, so sorry man, like this film is a really, well, it's not really low budget. In Hollywood it's considered low budget, but this is a low budget film, and it's like a good attempt kind of thing. Yeah, not a whole lot happens in it at all, is it really?
No, not really.
So I say it's called Clownado, directed by Todd Sheets, 2019. It's got a 4.1 IMDb.
Yep.
Which is pretty bad, but we've seen worse. I swear Cats had a lower one.
I think Cats did, yeah. Worse.
You said, though, it was $2 million.
Yeah, according to this All Horror website.
Yeah.
It said it was a $2 million budget. But strangely enough, it grossed like 300, was it? 800 million?
800 million. Which is insane because let's just say before
it's just a Sharknado ripoff.
Yeah, like let's just say before we start this film is bad. Like this film is bad. It's the sort of tagline is murderous clowns trapped in a tornado by a witch. That's it.
That's already like what the hell?
Yeah, the trailer for it is awful as well.
Concept is terrible.
Yeah. So to start with, when the film starts, you can see that there are loads of producers. Which, as I was saying to Tomo, is like a bad sign, isn't it?
Yeah, you said it was because that means they couldn't get most of the money off of one or certain amount of people. It was like loads had to give them smaller amounts of money.
Yeah, it's just
because no one really trusted in it that much.
Yeah, it's a sign in Hollywood of like it was obviously people didn't want to pay as much, so it's not going to be as great a film. The film starts off with like a conversation between a woman and her, like, I don't know, her partner, but weirdly they're all talking like 1940s detectives from those like film noir films.
Yeah, it was quite strange.
I don't know what that was about.
No,
it was all like, so what do you say we, like, why would we, blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
So strange. All like really weird lines as well. The script was pretty bad. The one guy gives like a short speech and he basically says the word asshole like 10 times or something.
Yeah.
Something stupid like that. you could tell that the guy whoever who was writing the script for this thought that they were being like, really clever.
Yeah, but they weren't.
But yeah, like none of it was landing for us. It then sort of revealed like that the woman and the guy, she was basically cheating on her like husband or something with this guy, so she was like cheating on him. The guy walks in with his like two buddies, and he's just like the weirdest dude, isn't he? He's like lanky, older, sort of blonde, like
he has
fair
like a
hair.
Joker feel to him, but he's like really low budget Joker.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's it. Like proper.
Just a low budget Joker.
Yeah, and I've got a quote written down here. And do you remember, which was probably one of the funniest lines of the film? Do you remember?
Oh yeah, it's like, so you're in love.
So weird.
Like, so you're in love. It's just the way he said it.
He like strolls over to them, puts his like, so you're in love. It's just, what the hell? Like, just talk normally, dude.
Yeah. It's just like, it's like he's trying way too hard
Yeah,
to
definitely.
be like a
Yeah.
strange character. It's
Yeah,
like,
and
you don't need to be.
I wrote down that like I think the guy playing the main clown bad guy, I think he was enjoying it too much.
Yeah.
Like he was really into his
he
scenes.
was too into it.
He was laughing and he was like overacting
You
basically.
could see in his
massively.
face that he was giving it all he has.
Yeah, exactly. The film had, as we said, like a lot of bad acting.
It's like it's his debut.
Yeah, exactly. It had a lot of really bad camera work. The camera was always incredibly close, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was always like right, like their whole face would cover the entire camera, and it's like, bro.
And we were thinking this is probably because the sets were like must have been bad, or if there were even any sets, because you couldn't tell because every every shot was a
Close range.
Yeah, like mid to close. Almost every shot, the ones that weren't badly CG'd, which we'll get to. Do you remember? So, as the sort of husband is now like interrogating his wife as to why she's been cheating on him, I think, does he like pull a gun or someone pulls a knife or something?
I think like, yeah, and then I was thinking like she pulls a gun or something, does she? Or something like that.
Oh yeah, that's it. She pulls a gun on to kill him. He like sort of jumps behind her, and basically he grabs her arms. She's holding this gun, and he aims the gun towards her lover, who she's cheating on him with.
Yeah.
But he's holding her by her forearms.
Yeah. Literally.
And she's holding the gun.
And she's holding the gun, and then he's just like, no. She's just like, no, stop it. And he's just like holding her arms, like, basically. And then
ridiculous, because you could drop the gun, or
and
just
you could also
aim it
see that
somewhere
her
else.
finger was on the trigger.
Yeah, take your finger off the trigger, and she's like acting as if she's
dropped the gun.
Yeah, literally.
He wasn't holding her hands there.
Meanwhile, the guy the lover is
sat
sat in the
there.
chair, sort of going whoa, instead of just getting the hell out of there.
Yeah, getting out of the way.
Yeah, and this is a long scene.
Yeah. So any realistic, like rational person would just move out of the way.
Yeah. It ends up with basically she shoots him through the head, but it's supposed to be like he's made her shoot him, but he like I said, his hands were on her forearm, so she fully just shot him.
Oh yeah.
Like,
and then there's bits throughout the movie where he's saying like, "You killed her," and she's like, "No, I didn't," and it's like, "Yes, you did.
You did. You fully shot him.
That was your fault."
Ridiculous.
Like, you could literally drop the gun, took your hand off the trigger, everything.
There were some weird characters in this. There was one guy who was like an Elvis character.
Oh yeah, the Black Elvis.
Yeah, like really. I mean, he was probably my favourite character. Actually.
Yeah.
Like, because he was in Elvis mode the whole time.
Yeah, that was good.
And he basically does nothing. He's with the group until he just dies.
Yeah.
And that's his story arc. Everyone keeps saying, like, you're going to be mad dressed like that round here for some reason, which is never explained.
No.
Because he's in full Elvis dress.
It's like, do they hate Elvis?
Yeah.
Do they hate the colour of his skin? Like, there's different...
No clue.
You could take that in different ways.
There was also, like, the props in this were basically non-existent. A woman tases a man with a torch.
Oh yeah.
With like a Poundland torch.
But it's weird because they have so much money. It's good money, to be honest, considering how enclosed the film was.
Yeah.
Like, there wasn't that many scenes.
I
and
wonder
that stuff.
where most of the budget went. Probably some of the budget went up on cutting up the body scenes. Because
oh yeah, Jesus
there's a
Christ.
scene. What's happening in the background of all this sort of. Well, there isn't really much of a story, but you've got a group of people who are like outrunning a tornado, which is full of clowns that have been put there by a witch.
Yeah.
And they like travel in the tornado basically, and then they sort of spawn, they appear there, and then they kill a load of people. And they've been doing this at a few different places.
Like grab their heads and like crush their heads and stuff.
Yeah,
and
like
it's like what?
And after they kill this one certain character, they like chop him up.
Yeah.
And it's basically like a close up, and we were trying to work out what it is because
like what animal it was.
Yeah, like up close, it looked like it could have been a real pig. But I don't think it would be that.
No, because you can tell by the
yeah.
skin, the way it wrinkles is different.
Yeah. But gross. Like, and I didn't say anything at the time, but it was making me feel a bit queasy when we were watching.
Yeah,
that.
it was quite gruesome.
Gross, and it was there all the time. Like, there were so many of these gore scenes.
Oh yeah, a lot of gore.
Yeah, loads of gore. The spell scene. I said the witch puts the thing in it. There was a weird spell scene, wasn't there, where she was like talking in different languages.
And she was like deep voiced different language to her. So what the hell?
Yeah, and then she was like, that never happened before. And it's like, what the fuck? You're like there practicing, like trying to help this girl.
Yeah, I think she was like, go home, do something. And it was just like, hang on a minute, like she just got possessed. Like how are you gonna go home and chill like nothing happened?
Yeah.
The fuck?
It then cuts to a really weird. I put it down as the club scene, but actually it's like a tiny bar with a genuinely like tiny bar inside, and inside is just a topless woman, maybe like early 40s, who is like giving it her all. Fair enough, but it's a tiny bar. It's only
tits out and everything.
It's only big enough for her to be on her hands and knees, and that's it, with no moving
in one
forward
direction.
Or backward. Yeah, no moving forward or backward. And our main characters are basically having a conversation. It's our main character, who is just a sort of blonde tough guy character.
Yeah.
And Elvis. And they're basically just chatting in there. There's, as we said, there's a lot of really uncomfortable close-ups. The camera's right in people's face. And you could tell it was low budget.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, like, this film does not give off a high budget vibe, does it? But maybe it was going for that low budget feel.
Maybe they might be trying to save as much money as possible.
Yeah,
They probably had
As I said, I wonder where the budget of this film went to.
Yeah.
Like, which department had how much money?
like, was it the actors?
I wouldn't have thought so. Think about the
they
quality
were
of
bad.
the actors. Yeah, so I mean the actors, they probably would cost a bit, but I don't think they'd be the biggest cost.
No, considering it was like what was it, 2 million?
Yeah, 2 million. When we were talking about the gore effects, it just reminded me of when the actual witch gets killed. So these clowns slowly, one by one, kill everyone who was sort of part of the circus or something. You remember? He grabs her head.
Grabs their head. He grabs their face from the top, from her hairline.
Yeah.
And pulls, puts her hand in, pulls down, and rips her face down.
Rips her whole face
what the
off.
hell?
But it's
so easy.
Blatantly a
prop, obviously.
Yeah, and it just comes off like it's absolutely nothing.
Yeah, literally, there's just nothing.
Yeah, it's gross.
Peels off.
It was gross though. It was
like
gross
a
to
scab.
Watch. Yeah, gross to watch.
Yeah.
The tornado effects were bad, weren't they?
Oh yeah, they were terrible.
A lot of the time it was just the camera shaking around, the actors all going whoa with a tornado after effect.
Oh, like the car scene when they're in the car and then the tornado's on them and they're just whoa.
Yeah, exactly.
Trying to hold on. It's fuck off.
It's
so bad.
literally an after effect of a tornado in front of the camera. It's awful. It really is bad. But like I said, maybe that's what they're going for. There was a lot of boobies in this film.
Oh yeah.
It seemed like the director or the creator thought that is a sure way to get people to watch the film. Basically, have a lot of boobs in the film. And there were a lot. There were sometimes, I swear there was a scene where a man was having a conversation with the woman and, the camera when the man is talking to the woman would be behind his head as normal, as it usually is on his side. But when it was her talking, it was from like the side of her boob. So
Yeah.
the whole side of her boob was on the camera, and it's like, it's so unnecessary.
Yeah, literally. It's
Like, what the
just-
hell? Like,
yeah.
why? And the thing is also is, like we said, a lot of these actors are like in their 40s or something,
Yeah.
and it's just like, apart from the one who is constantly trying to get her tits out, isn't she?
Yeah.
To the point where she gets her tits out and they,
Stay out for a while.
yeah, but then they fucking turn into like fucking little,
Oh, yeah.
little bitey things and
Yeah,
kill a guy.
yeah. That's
Yeah.
so weird.
She like grabs him in and like it like
Pulls his head into a
Have you ever
chest
seen?
and-
Have you ever seen The Thing? Like the original, not the original, but the 70s The Thing or 80s.
No.
There's a scene in it where a guy goes to give a defib to a guy they think's unconscious, and as he puts his hands in, it like opens up, his chest turns into like a mouth.
And starts
Is it-
eating at his hand.
Yeah, because it's like there's an alien parasite infecting them all. But yeah, and so it was very much like that. Is definitely where they had inspiration for that from. But
Yeah.
obviously, with that film, The Thing uses amazing practical effects. This thing, definitely not. Exactly the opposite, like awful effects.
Oh yeah, it's terrible.
They, the CG in this, there was that one scene, and I mentioned it a little bit earlier, where the airport. Basically, there was just some really ropey CG, and
Yeah.
the ropiest bit in this whole film was when it cuts to a shot. Our character's in a plane, and they're about to take off, and it cuts to a panning shot of the airport.
Yeah, stripping that.
Yeah, and it's awful. It's fucking
You can tell how green screen it is.
yeah, but it's not even like it's filmed a camera put on something. It's like it's fully CG, and all the planes in that look.
Oh yeah, the fake. Oh yeah, that
Yeah.
scene. Yeah, when it all actually looks like they were like
Everything-
fucking drawn on the computer.
Yeah, everything on the shot was CG. It was awful, and I think you could tell. What made me tell the most was like the simulated light,
Yeah.
you know, and the plane. at which
Yeah, you
it
could
was
tell
all
the
on.
material, the look, texture of
Yeah.
the planes always look
Yeah.
off.
So throughout the film, the clowns have been ripping through the town. They're trying to fight to daylight, kind of thing. Everyone in the town's getting involved and then getting killed off. There's a few people left, and our sort of the girl character who was cheating. She got killed earlier in the film,
But she's
but
alive.
she's like alive again, and
Yeah.
she's shoved weapons into her like stump.
Oh,
to
it was
use.
like a barbecue, you know, like the thing that you use for sausages.
yeah, like a poker thing.
Yeah, the two-pronged poker.
And then also the world's
Dullest
bluntest
butter knife.
butter knife.
Yeah.
Fucking awful. You know, just stupid.
Bad choice of. When she was in a kitchen as well when she woke up.
So yeah, that's it. So she has been basically she's like now like one of these undead or whatever, but she's
We were like, is she good? Is she bad?
well, we don't know because she first thing she does is like
Rob a
maul-
car.
yeah, and then beat someone to death. But she is now hunting down the clowns because they've killed her, like they've wronged her or whatever. Well, yeah, the one guy killed her.
Yeah.
The film ends in a Mexican standoff between Ronnie, who is the main bad clown, and I don't remember the girl's name,
Neither do
but
I.
she is now this like badass, dressed in leather, like clown hunter character.
Yeah.
And there's always like proper cliched Western music when she's on screen.
Yeah. Yeah, like he's about to reach for his weapon.
Yeah.
Or she's about to reach for a weapon.
I think, but she whips out this gun and there's no mag in the gun.
Yeah, you see that clearly. Because what was it? After she'd shot him, she like lifts the gun up
Yeah,
with the smoke coming off the end of it, and
Yeah.
it's like there's no mag in there.
yeah,
She
and
must have had like one bullet.
it's in loads of shots.
Because
So
if you
it's
load a
like-
gun, take the mag out, you have one bullet.
Yeah. It's in loads of the shots, so you're thinking they can't not notice that the gun doesn't have a magazine in it. You know?
Because like even if it had no magazine, it had a magazine in it with no bullets. Like,
Yeah, it's just stupid.
why didn't
You-
they just have a magazine?
you
If they
think
had the
that-
gun, had the magazine.
Yeah, you think that they would have picked up on that 100%.
Yeah.
Um,
It must have been that low budget that the experts
Yeah.
were terrible at it, at picking that out.
the last notable thing, well, there's two more little notable things about the film. The film ends there, by the way. She decides not to kill the remaining people, drives off after she kills Ronnie. The song then has a awfully written original sort of piece of music to go for the film, doesn't it? It was awful.
It was bad.
I can't. It's been like a couple of weeks.
Hurt my ears. I can't remember what it was, but it hurt my ears.
But the thing about it was the lyrics.
Yeah.
So cheesy, so bad. I think we may have to listen to that again, like after we've done this. Awful.
Absolutely, yeah, that was terrible.
Like, thing is, and that would have cost money as well.
Yeah, to have someone perform that.
Yeah, awful. The credits then come up, and as you may know if you listen to earlier episodes, we like to sit through the credits because you get some funny names. And we were sitting through the credits of this one, and it showed a blooper reel, which was kind of interesting. You know, it's always funny seeing people laugh and stuff. So like, you know, quite interesting to watch the blooper reel.
It's fun seeing them not in such a serious like role when they're trying to actually act. They're just having fun.
I enjoy seeing like the behind the scenes, literally the behind the scenes of how they make things. So yeah, like there's a load of text obviously, and at the end it's thanking a million people, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
Scrolling for like a minute, just thanks to all these people.
And I reckon that they were all the people that contributed money.
Probably literally everyone that was like, "Hey man, cool movie," like something he's put thanks.
They probably did like a Patreon.
Yeah, maybe. To be fair, would not surprise me.
Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me. Yeah. And they've just, as the co-producers, the people that got like the top package of their Patreon or something.
Yeah, they said they get thanks. Yeah, I reckon that's the case. I
reckon everyone who pays normally is the thanks, and then the co-producers, I reckon, were probably people that paid top money. Don't know.
This film ends with literally it's like black, and then there's a message on the screen. It just says something like "Don't give up on your dreams" or something.
Yeah.
At the end, it was really like sort of whiny, motivational.
Yeah, but also at the same time, it's kind of weird because it says "Don't give up on your dreams," and you look and it's like a $2 million budget. You're like, hang on a minute.
Yeah.
Like what?
Yeah. And that was the film. Yeah, it was awful.
Yeah, it was bad.
I didn't like it, man.
No, I hated it.
It went on for a long time, and we were actually pretty psyched to watch this because we watched the Zombie Tidal Wave, which is like a similar sort of thing, and I really enjoyed that one.
Yeah.
Even though I may have rated it bad. So.
What rating?
Yeah, I have, man. Like, it's getting a 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's getting a 2.
I'm gonna give it a 1.
Oh.
The only reason it gets a 1.
Is that the first ever 1?
Yeah, I think so. That's the only reason I'm giving it a 1.
What?
It's because obviously everything else is bad of it.
Yeah.
But the only thing that's the reason I'm giving it a 1 up is because that
Boobies?
Ronnie was like the only one like who was trying, but he was trying too hard.
Yeah,
he was trying too hard, but he was also the only one that was actually trying.
Yeah, I get that. I would give at least 1 because I'm saying
or the Elvis as well.
Yeah, I'd give at least 1 because I'm saying like well done for getting it made. You know, well done for making a film. But yeah, and the next one would either be Elvis or Ronnie. Elvis and Ronnie's performance, even though Ronnie needs to see someone. The actor needs to see someone.
Yeah.
Mate, I wouldn't recommend that. I would never watch that again.
You should avoid it. It was terrible.
If you happen to watch it, have seen it before, or listen to this podcast and think, yeah, I want to watch that piece of shit, send us an email at dudewhatpodcast. No, that's the Instagram. dudewhatpodcast@gmail.com.
And if you want to send us a DM or a comment on Instagram, then just let us know at dudewhatpodcast.
Yeah. Let us know what you thought of the film, whether you thought it was as bad as we did, and yeah, like sorry if we've just like blasted through that. As I said, we watched it a little while ago, and
it's sort of harder to remember.
Yeah, we're just like going through our notes.
We didn't want to waste it because it was so bad.
It was so bad, really, really bad.
And that's the premise of our show. Origin is
and I think it's worked pretty well.
And it was terrible.
I think this whole episode has gone pretty well, man.
Yeah, man.
Some good TIQs, some impossible questions.
Hell yeah.
A shot that put you on your ass for a good 5 minutes.
Oh my god, no.
Yeah.
That was so, like, never again. I keep thinking about it and I'm like, ugh.
No, man, you're alright.
Oh,
yeah.
It was nasty.
Just, yeah, like, once is good for you.
Yeah,
and
once
that's
is fine.
Good. That's good for everyone. Big thanks to listening to this episode. Big thanks to listening to this podcast. It's it's a hobby of ours.
Yeah.
But it is sort of like...
It's hard when you both have full-time jobs.
Yeah, it's hard to get it done. And obviously we do like hang out, but it also takes... It might not sound it because it's obviously like fairly low. Well, it is low budget. It's low as hell. But it does take a lot of like preparation and stuff like that to go into this to like try and make it good. So yeah, like thanks for listening to the podcast.
Yeah. We appreciate the support.
Yeah, actually, and I said this in the last couple of episodes, but the best thing you could do to support the podcast is write a review. Like 5-star, even if it's like 1 star saying it's shit. The more like reviews and comments we have on whatever platform it is you listen to, the more
better.
the more it gets suggested and spread around basically. So if you like it, do that. I mean, this is still early days for the podcast. Things take a while to get into the swing of it, and a lot of like these really big, places and people and things take a while. They start small, and that's where we are. It's thanks to you guys listening that we are carrying on. So you should all look after yourselves. You should all take it easy, and
we'll catch you in the next one.
Yeah, I've been Harry Dowling,
and I've been Tomo, and
this has been Dude What Podcast. Dude What?
We hope you enjoyed this episode. You can visit our Instagram account at Dude What Podcast. That's DUDEWUT Podcast. And you can also email us at dudewhatpodcast@gmail.com. That's DUDEWUT Podcast@gmail.com. See you next time. Dude, what?